The Mediterranean diet ranks right up there with one of the healthiest ways of eating, with a long list of health benefits linked to it. Could improved fertility be another one that could be added to the list? Today, I'm going to explore this question, and spoiler alert, the science is shaping up well, and then give you lots of tips on how to eat more like the Mediterraneans do. Stay tuned. There are many crazy diets out there in the world to do with ways to boost fertility, diets that we want to avoid. But there are things that do work and do improve your chances of conception. One such way of eating is the Mediterranean style diet, and research is growing to support its benefit in helping with fertility. So what is the Mediterranean diet? Well, long considered one of the world's healthiest dietary patterns, and certainly the most well-researched, the Mediterranean diet is linked to a host of positive health benefits. The theme of the Mediterranean diet is all about an abundance of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and olive oil. It features fish and poultry more so than red meat, and certainly no processed foods. The list of the health benefits linked to the Mediterranean diet is long. In fact, a recent major scientific review found good evidence to link this way of eating to a longer life, less heart disease, and lower rates of cancer, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and diabetes. That is quite an impressive list indeed. Now, when it comes to fertility, we already know that healthy diets favouring seafood, plant-based proteins, whole grains, fruits and vegetables are related to better fertility in both men and women. This way of eating mirrors many of the foods found in the Mediterranean diet. So the big question then is, how does a Mediterranean diet affect a woman's fertility? Well, I'm happy to say that for women trying to conceive, there does seem to be a specific advantage to following a Mediterranean diet. So let's look at what the scientific research says. In one study by Greek researchers, who else? They looked at how closely women undergoing IVF followed a Mediterranean diet. Women eating most closely to the themes of a Mediterranean diet had a 2/3 greater chance of getting pregnant compared with women who followed this way of eating the least. These same women sticking to a Mediterranean diet also had a live birth rate almost double that of the women who weren't eating a very closely related Mediterranean diet, which means that they had less miscarriages and were more likely to deliver a healthy baby. And in another study, this time done by a Dutch research team, they found that women eating a Mediterranean-style diet in the lead up to conception had a 40% greater chance of success. The benefit of a Mediterranean diet doesn't just sit with a woman though. In another study, this time looking at male partners of women undergoing IVF, it was also found that improved semen quality was linked to following a Mediterranean diet. And just to round things out, a Spanish study of 485 women with conception difficulties found swapping to the Mediterranean-style diet resulted in increased pregnancy rates. So, there are loads of good research studies suggesting a Mediterranean diet is the best way to boost your fertility. And it's no wonder. A Mediterranean diet is packed with nutrients such as antioxidants, good fats and plant-based proteins, which are linked to good fertility outcomes. So eat up! The best news about a Mediterranean diet being so good for fertility is that it's actually delicious to eat. So here are some tips to get you started on giving your diet an overhaul and eating more in line with how the Mediterraneans do. First up, think plants first. That means eating up your veggies and fruits and getting a minimum of 7 serves of these each day. Try to include some fruit or veggies at every meal or snack. Maybe some berries on your brekkie cereal, a veggie juice for morning tea, some salad with lunch, a piece of fruit as an arvo snack, and stir-fried veg for dinner. Secondly, whole grain foods feature high on the list of a Mediterranean diet, so make some smart swaps such as switching white rice to brown. Thirdly, go nuts for nuts. Almonds, cashews, pistachios and walnuts are just some of the many that you can choose from, so keep them on hand for a quick snack. I like to keep some of mine in a desk drawer and in my handbag for when I'm out and about. Number 4, find ways to put more olive oil in your diet. Not only can you cook with it, but include it as a base on your salad dressings and keep it on the table to dip bread in as a tasty alternative to butter. Number 5, eat fish at least twice a week. So fresh or water canned tuna, salmon, trout, mackerel and herring are all good choices. Next, don't be afraid to spice things up. Herbs and spices make food tasty and are rich in health-promoting substances, so season your meals with herbs and spices instead of just salt. And finally, include red meat but no more than 3 times per week, and make sure that it's lean. Replace meat with fish or legumes as an alternative. Now, I've got a question for you. If you've seen my videos before, you'll know that I'm a very big believer in writing down what changes you're going to commit to help you to be accountable to change. So let me know which action you're going to take in the comments box below. And to summarise what we've discussed today, a Mediterranean style diet ranks right up there as one of the healthiest ways of eating. Secondly, the scientific research so far points to improved fertility rates, especially in women who are struggling to conceive. Thirdly, a Mediterranean style diet has lots of flexibility in it, so get creative in the kitchen. Now, I'm sure that you'll have loads of questions, so feel free to post them in the comments below. And to make all this easier for you, I'd love you to download my free meal plan. Just go to melaniemcgrice.com/fertility. And I look forward to catching up with you next week on Nourish. But there are things to do which...
Summarize?
Yeah, summary bit. Oh, such an itchy nose. Okay. A Mediterranean diet... And to summarise what we've to summarise what we've discussed today, a Mediterranean style... I still can't get it out. And to summarise what... I'm laughing too much now.